This is Jamey Boyum with Gregg County Judge Bill Stoudt, and just finished up with a commissioners meeting. This was kind of a long one.
We had a long agenda today, sure did.
There's quite a few items on the agenda, and kind of one of the big things that you guys talked about was this parking garage, which you guys have been talking about for quite some time.
That's correct.
Got some property across the street that you're planning on using, I guess, and there seems to be a whole lot of different opinions how it's going to be financed.
Well, I think, you're talking about, depending on what option we choose, between $16 and $20 million project. And we've gone out for bid once before, and one was 18, one was 19, we rejected them and went back for some more. And depending on if we cut the scope of the project, we can get it below that. If we stay with the scope, it's going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 19 million. And so there's a lot of discussion that needs to take place. Everybody's got what we think are good ideas. Well, we got to come to one idea, and my concern is making sure that we do it so it's financially viable and it doesn't impact the county in a negative way.
Yeah, I guess, it was discussed in the meeting that this is the courthouse itself is one of the big reasons why people come downtown Longview.
Right.
So those people are the ones who need parking.
Right.
And sometimes it's tough to find a parking place.
Well, the traffic we have in this courthouse on a weekly basis, and then of course when all the courts are full, there is no parking spaces around here. Most people that serve on jury duty or come in for whatever reasons will find that they have to search for a parking space. It's usually sometimes park downtown and walk. Which takes away from the parking from the vendors that have businesses downtown, which we've received complaints regarding that. And so we've been talking about this for some time, and I think it's to the point now we're ready to move forward with it and making sure we move in a cautious but yet deliberate manner so we'll be financially viable for the county.
Right, and I guess there's an issue as far as the financing goes.
Well, the legislature has passed some laws in the last few years that have definitely affected cities and counties. And you can talk to every city manager, you can talk to any other county. The bill that I talk about the most is Senate Bill 2 and House Bill 3 that was passed in the last legislature, not this one, that raised our 8% ad valorem tax down to 3%. And that 5% was basically the gravy. We paid as we went. We paid cash for most things. And then we put the rest in savings. That's no longer an option anymore because they've cut the revenue so severely now that and our tax base is growing, but it's not growing to the magnitude it needs to grow to for that 3% to pick up the difference. You follow what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we need to be very cautious moving forward.
Yeah, you'd be digging a hole for the county.
That's correct.
Yeah. So I guess you're looking at a couple of different options you guys are talking about.
Yeah, the court can vote to go out for some type of construction bonds that under these new laws that the legislature passed, we can finance the construction of it. Has to be paid back within 7 years, and also gives the authority to the Commissioner's Court to raise the tax rate for that period of time. Only the 7 years that debt's incurred, and once that debt's paid back, then the tax rate goes back down to where it was at the beginning.
And that's without a public vote.
Right.
Yeah. But
and then the other one is the one that I had talked about regarding. I think this is a very it's a big decision for the court, and not only for the court but for the citizens, and I want the court to give a lot of consideration regarding putting it out for a vote to the citizens, so the citizens have a chance to vote on it.
Okay, and I guess the design, well, you haven't exactly decided. It could just end up being just a parking lot.
Correct. And it depends on how much money you want to spend. And we've got options anywhere from just have eliminate all the old banking that's there now, the old banking buildings. Eliminate that drive-through and make just making a parking lot with well lit and so forth, and that'll get you about 100 spaces. The other, it's more grand. It's 3 stories. It's 297 parking spaces. It's got some offices attached to it regarding the veterans and elections. That unfortunately, since we've come out of COVID, the price of things gone up, and they don't look like they're coming down anytime soon.
Yeah, right. And then, yeah, I guess you're going to maybe move elections over to that building over there. Yeah. And the veterans office?
Right.
Okay. Would that eliminate security needs, things like that?
Well, veterans right now, all those offices have security in terms of getting in. I mean, they would not, the general public could not get through a certain door because it'd stay locked. And so there would be someone there that would have to let you in order to get inside those offices. But as far as going through a metal detector and those things, no, there would not be one.
Yeah, so like even people that come in here to vote,
Right.
they have to go through all that.
Right.
So that would eliminate that.
Right.
Okay.
We continue to expand the broadband access to internet, different parts. This particular one today was regarding Liberty City. A number of different roads in areas over in the Liberty City area are going to be getting internet through. I think it was can't think of the provider's name, but there's a big push right now in Gregg County for a number of internet providers are putting cable in from the north side of Longview to the west side, and areas that have been basically have not had it in some time, or had very weak reception. This is going to be putting cable in the ground. So
yeah, right. So it's another step closer.
Yes, we're making progress.
Oh, and then I guess you guys had to approve some overtime for the sheriff's department.
Yes, of course. Yeah, we're running short in terms of our employment up there, and so we're having to have other people step up and fill in those slots, and so we're paying overtime.
Do you know what the overtime is for? What positions?
Oh, mostly jail.
Oh, okay.
Mostly jail.
Yeah, because it's still short-handed over there.
Correct.
So I guess, yeah, gotta have jailers.
That's exactly right.
All right.
Still coming in the front door with the jail.
Okay. Yeah. Anything you'd like to add?
No, it's just we had a long meeting today, so
Yeah.
I think we accomplished a lot.
Lunchtime.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks, Judge.
Thank
Appreciate you.
All right.
We'll have more later on KLTV 7 News and KLTV.com.